Guild is just spread out all across of mid, underpass. Thus far, quite uncontested. Mid player has completely fallen up in the form of miLo. Completely left it open. We'll maybe see if they can give it another look in now. Contact has been made. It actually forces the CT player to rotate in there as well, but little do they know, they have crossed over towards short.
There is, and there's absolutely nobody at home to receive them. They just have a free bomb site. There is, of course, miLo there, pretty hot on their heels, but alone, is it enough to stop this bomb plant going down? But we do see Zia with our first kill of the map up in the top right corner there.
Now the bomb has been planted. Now there is a kit in the hands of Ada here. It's a time, maybe not as much of an issue just yet, but still, you have to take down 4 of these players. Well, that's already 1. Make it 2 more. Only KiTKaT and D7 standing. D7, what can you do? 1 versus 5. That's 1. But that is all she will get. Guild will, I mean, at least be happy with a bomb plant. I do think that mid-take was, well, pretty much came easy for them. But a lovely retake, and I do think that ENCE made the right decision there to maybe just give up a part of the map, but feeling confident in what's to come after.
And you would be looking at some of the shots they hit, how they systematically cleared out that site, just beautifully done. And it puts them very much in a nice position here. But as you said, bomb plant does mean that Guild can sort of buy up these weapons and fight for the second round. And if they get it, it can be very devastating for the economy of the CTs here. So big one either way.
You're just taking it step by step. Default, it looks to be.
It is. We can see a little bit of a battle going on here. KiTKaT going with the idea. Gonna be smoked off, however. Does get a little bit of a line of sight, but takes a large chunk of damage. That dink crossed the map. He's just going to fall away, Zia. Content just to sit and let that smoke exist. And Emmsan waiting. She just pulled down the trigger now. KiTKaT's so low.
Yeah. Waiting for that to happen. But that's a lovely trade. On the flip side, though, these CTs certainly have been warmed up. Making this now a 3 versus 1. Yeah, we'll get a chance here to at least get a bomb planted. That is massive for their economy. Let's see what more she could do. Perhaps a 1 versus 3 is in the pocket. It's not going to be easy. Here's a couple footsteps. That's 1. Not quite ready for another one to come from the same angle. Was looking up towards stairs instead. But still, a good effort.
Absolutely. Difficult position to try fight that one from as well, because as you said, stairs very much could have, was expecting the peak. If they just sort of held their crosshair where it was, might have been able to get second, but unfortunately 1v3 where they're all pushing you. Not exactly favourable odds on that one. But as you said, bomb plant, great for the economy. Maybe not quite enough to afford them a buy, but enough for a couple of pieces of utility, a couple of upgraded weapons. Try to do a bit of damage and stop ENCE Athena building up too much money in the back pocket early on.
Now, Guild does have an extra bit of firepower behind them. A couple of upgraded pistols, double flash, double smoke. So who knows? Maybe an explosive push could seal the deal in this case. They will come out with a very cheeky flash. I mean, the footsteps revealed it there. Bit unfortunate. I do like the setup though. With the flashes, try to at least get a kill or 2 going. Only this time, sadly, didn't quite work off of the plan, and instead mid seems to be the way to go. All 4 of them gathered up here.
Is
onto
safety numbers
not easy.
It is not. And there's a couple of people sitting pretty on this site. They've got to try to figure out what to do. I think they are going to try hit this A site. They've still got a minute on the clock to try work with, but with so little utility, that ticket booth player is going to be a little bit of a worry. Player sat in hell as well, up close and personal. Maybe not the best angle for this weapon. Caught with utility out, but it doesn't matter because they're just not checking their corners.
There was only KiTKaT there who was committing. Okay, that's a very nice kill by Nia, but Nia also 13 HP, last one standing. Oh, the nade will become the better of her. At least 2 kills. I think that is quite nice to have because Guild... I mean, a bomb plant or the round at all is of course an even better scenario, but considering the weaponry they had, this was actually a nice beginning. But now, you know, we had a bit of a warm-up. Now we need to see the real deal coming out.
Absolutely. And talking of the real deal coming out, Anna with the AWP. This should hopefully be what they need to kickstart the sort of the momentum. They've got something to work with a little bit more now. As we said, they did have a bit of a buy on round number 2 off the back of the bomb plant, but this is the first time that they've really been able to afford any decent weaponry. So it'll be the first time that we get to see them fully in action here. miLo pushing on up. Has to be careful because we'll be met by quite a few gun barrels here. The flash is good. Doesn't even yield a kill though. The crossfire is so perfect. Nada left on this site alone. Tag through the wood though. Emmsan.
Pollux falls. Oh, and so does D7. I was actually about to say they had good spacing, trying to get more control across the map, even though, you know, we had App's presence, but I didn't need to make sure to not just hyperfixate on that one part of the map, but instead lose 2 members in the process. But that is a very much necessary trait. So slowly makes the numbers even again. Now 35 seconds on the clock. Zaya certainly has a faint feeling of what is about to go down. So the rotation comes on through and the gamble seems to be right. Bomb not quite planted yet, but it's certainly right there on the side.
Is indeed. Look at that, another kill, losing this player advantage so frequently. They're still not able to get this bomb down, and with Zia from behind as well, there's no time for it anymore. And it's just a matter of maybe trying to stay alive, keep hold of this weapon, but even that is a far-fetched dream. As ENCE Athena take a 4th round, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in my prediction. It is early days, however, and a timeout is going to be called here.
Yeah, I think this is understandable. Not quite making the half buy work, and neither here the full buy right after. And it's not even as if it feels close. They're losing often relatively easy battles thus far. Like the 2-player setup through, I believe it was underpass right there, and no trade was happening. Losing, you know, your advantage into the round. It's a bit of a shame because earlier on, that Apps play, I mean, it kind of was gifted to them, but the punishment was there. You know, ENCE not quite careful enough with the flashes, still losing a player in the process, but it's a shame they couldn't quite hang on to it.
I don't think there's anything I could add to that. Beautifully said there. We do maybe need to see them. I'd love to see something, as you said, something really fast, like a really fast player. Because they are being methodical, they're doing their due diligence. And maybe this is what we get now. Ooh, burnt alive is one, but it is just a trade kill. 1 for 1, and they've got themselves onto the site, keeping ENCE Athena off as well. Will allow them another bomb plant, but one through the smoke onto KiTKaT. They're desperately trying to stop that bomb going down. Does get the planter, but not quite in time. That money already in their bank account. Kills going back and forth, but miLo wants to get it done.
Oh, absolutely disgusting. Just completely denied. And of course, yes, Guild did have, for the majority, just pistols, but you never know how these rounds can go. But thus far, ENCE seems to just clean it up with ease, full confidence. And, well, we see some cheeky pistol kills here and there, but at the moment, Guild needs to step it up big time here. This is not quite an easy affair, especially not this being their map pick and having a 5-0 start. Not quite ideal.
No, they've been really good at getting the bomb plants, though, to their credit. They've been able to get the bombs down. Post plants, they haven't been great. There's not been much utility left for them because, of course, they've been using most of it to try to get themselves onto site. but the fact that they've been getting consistent bomb plants does mean that they're not in a horrific place. Talking of being in a horrific place, Pullux here with that nade and with people slowly encroaching towards them is in a little bit of a difficult space.
Yeah, dealt with. Oh, and at the same time, Pullux D7 once again as a duo just seemed to fall. This time though was spread out across the map, one in underpass, one in apartments, and that's a massive kill though. So Ada, who pushed down towards top mid, now punished. So a little bit of space taken back by Guild.
We talked about the AWP needing to find impact there, but it's finding it a little bit too late in the round where suddenly everything's already gone a bit too wrong for them to piece much together. They do still have the bomb and a little bit of utility, but 2 players down is a worrying prospect. Trying to buy themselves some space over towards connector as well. Just gonna slip into jungle there. Emmsan, don't know, might have spotted somebody's shoulder there. Don't think so, however. But Waldee, perfect angle, not gonna be checked either. Look at that, Emmsan as well. They just pincer her. And that's another round 6 straight for ENCE Athena.
Yeah, the round thus far have been going in quite a similar fashion all around, where Guild early round often get a kill, but things just often go from bad to worse. And I do like how ENCE seems to move sort of in coordination. So often a couple players will repeat for certain information at a similar amount of time, and often multiple Guild players are caught in the midst of that, losing, well, 2, sometimes even 3 players in the process.
Indeed. It's another difficult start for them here. Both are within the round and at the top of the scoreboard as well, and with a second player going down. What can they do now? All of their plans starting to fall apart a little bit. They are going to group up to play together here over towards this B side. They do still luckily have bomb. Not been something that they've had to ever retrieve from any uncomfortable situations, at least not yet. They are walking onto a site that is very well guarded. It's very much sticking to these bomb sites this round, not keeping any eyes on mid. Not that they need to.
Yeah, when you're 2 players down, you have to just group together. Oh, that's a very dirty nade. Very well timed here. Now that will force Guild to get their gears into action, but losing player after player, peeking 1 by 1. Sure, Anna does find 1 kill back. Still has 3 more to find in a very open bomb site. This is just getting from bad to worse.
It is. Now, we've always got to caveat it by saying, you know, it's the CT side. But we'd really need to see Guild starting to put some rounds on the boards now, because whilst it is slightly tipped towards one side's favour, not massively so. And with this momentum, they're just set to keep going and going and going. And of course, the loss bonus is good. It's not great, though, because you can't really depend on it alone. And the bomb plants that we talked about them being able to get fairly consistently have started to teeter off a little bit here. Timeout being called second for them. Desperately trying to figure out how to break this really vicious cycle of, you know, losing these opening jewels and just really spiraling. A couple of them off the back of, you know, not quite checking corners. A couple of them off the back of just pure gunfights not going their way.
So another timeout. Unfortunately, money is still not quite in their favor. We'll have to do with upgraded pistols. Couple of smokes and flashes, and then pray for the best. Now, we have seen them have some impact. At least get a bomb plant, and a couple kills here and there. So, I do hope that could maybe get themselves readied up to perhaps steal something away. But ENCE have been so clean. Really not been letting anything slip through the cracks.
Exactly. They've had an ironclad grip on this entire map, really. The map control has been really good, and whilst Guild have been allowed to get quite a bit, ENCE playing rather passively and far back, letting them play into them. It's been exactly what they needed. And that nade already doing so much damage. Waldee going to be faced with a couple of heads here. Gets the first, sprays down for the second. Going to get the third as well. Switches to the pistol. Couple of little bits of spam. Flashed off the angle. And that's going to be it for now. But done so much already. And look at the backup from Catwalk there. Only KiTKaT remaining. Spotted out. Taken down. And that is an 8th round on the board for ENCE Athena.
So,
that was... Oh.
How many kills does Waldee have? 15 in 8 rounds played. That's almost 2 KPR. Kind of wild.
That is kind of wild.
I mean, I have to admit, a lot of these rounds, Guild, of course, didn't have the most amount of money, so a lot of these have been against pistols, upgraded pistols, stuff like that. But still.
True. It's quite easy to lose your cool sometimes against the pistols, especially if, you know, 3 of them are running at you from connector.
Sure, yeah.
And being able to get 3 even on, you know, against pistols is brilliantly done. And a run boost over to the middle there. Spots out Ada and wins the battle there. Warp getting the opening pick, finally something they've been really needing in this game so far. And mid completely under their control. Zia, however, I bet they weren't expecting her there.
Ooh, Emmsan went to go for a push for information, only being held back KiTKaT and punished. So this time, this is looking good. Guild up by a player now. They're going to ramp up to get out of this A site. Currently, none of the ENCE players are actively holding it. We do have one kind of stuck in window, but now mollied out. But this will have to be a retake, and one with a player down.
Indeed. But their retakes have been so good as well. The way they've just been clearing everything out slowly, the way they play off of each other as well, meaning that everything goes traded. And they've got a bit of utility to do it with as well. And holding the angle, though, quick as a whip. And ready for more as well. Going to fire off a couple of shots. None of them connecting. Flashed off the angle. Look at this. They're just going to back away. They're going to take the loss on this one. And that is finally Guild with a round on the board and the bomb plant. Beautifully done.
Yeah, this was looking really good, especially their post-plant, the counter flashes that came through, really keeping the CCs at bay in this case. Yeah, and just chipping away time and time. This was really nice though. Run boost into middle, opening kill, and immediately the confidence is back on the board for Anna. That's a lovely couple kills there with the orb. And now let's see if Guild can continue this, because finding conversions is honestly at the utmost importance, because there's not many rounds left here in this first half.
No, 8-4, the best they can hope to achieve here as well. And the money good for ENCE Athena, so they're not going to be able to have any breathing room. But look at that. Dancing around the pillars and palace here. And actually Emmsan to back up as well. We talked about this player advantage already in ENCE's favor once again. They won the opening duel last round off the back of that lovely run boost and AWP shot, but this round, not so much.
No, this time it's actually Anna taking the hit on towards middle. Probably went for something similar. Maybe not quite a run boost, but at least for another mid peak. Oh, now AWP switching into peeking towards short, and no, this is now. Alright, we do have a trade back in the form of Pollux, so maybe not completely impossible, and especially not if she finds that follow-up. And also, additional player spotted in market. So there's a lot of information here for Guild to work with. But still, a bit of panic. Bomb has been planted. And now you know where one player is, but where's the second? That one has been spotted, but also takes out D7 in the process. Pollux already did so much, but this seemed like too much to handle.
Emmsan there, absolutely incredible. Not missing their shots. And the fact that they managed to win that out, even with location known immediately. As we said, Zia as backup, not even needed there. But, you know, it's good to have those contingencies in case something goes wrong, in case, you know, Emmsan only gets the first kill. But yeah, Guild, sometimes the trading not quite where it needs to be to get them the rounds. And you said maybe finding something, putting something together, a couple of rounds at least, because this half is already slipped so far out of their control. They've got 2 rounds to try bring it back. It would have been nice to see them piece something else together. But unfortunately, it is just one and done in terms of round. A speed bump for ENCE, and that is all.
It's spotted. Oh, Waldee did manage to get that first kill. Took a lot of damage, and look at that. The swing right after. ENCE is not letting map control slip away at all. Gained the ground, and immediately you want to make work of a site which is being compromised as we speak. Cavalry is certainly on the way.
And we've seen Anna with this exact angle is what they did to win that one solitary round that they've managed to secure. Same angle, same position. They've still got a little bit of utility available to them, but ENCE, so much to work with here. Could just shut Anna down.
Oh, dirty.
On this days.
Finds the second one as well. Time will start to tick though. Anna still has a good angle. Now just needs to find the lineup. Too busy with the other player though. Panic starts to kick in, and that's now double digits for ENCE Athena.
Indeed, and there is only 1 round left, and even if Guild managed to get this, it's not a good half no matter how you slice it. It's going to be a very uphill battle if they want to see them take their map pick. But yeah, we said so much utility to work with there. Not even what's needed. Unfortunately, missed shot there. Even if she'd managed to hit the shot, she would have had to try find the diffuser in time as well. With an AWP, that is infinitely harder.
Well, mid being cleared. That's a lot of information here for ENCE to work with, and already that early into the round, immediately start to spam counter utility on this A site. Certainly the alarm bells are going to be going off. And even though people are burning on the site, doesn't seem to stop them. Guild want that bomb planted, and so it has been done. Now once again, got ourselves, well, this time a 5-on-5 retake. Not going to be easy, but at least ENCE is completely full HP.
Look at what Ida is. Ida is the perfect angle here to take out KiTKaT. I say that, unfortunately, spotted out in time. And that flank not able to quite come to full fruition. Taps the defuse, has to do something quickly, runs out of bullets, runs out of space to work with, and it's a second round. But we'll have to see how this continues on half number 2.
When I see the stars, I know they'll shine for you. I know you'll see them too, burning in the night. So when you try a horoscope, oh, you'll see that the constellations are searing in the stars. Just in our hands, in between our hearts. So when you try a horoscope, oh, you'll see that the constellations
Double digits have already been achieved here by ENCE Athena, and this on Guild's map here. Guild really have to step it up big time here in half number 2. They want to have a shot of taking their map pick home, but it certainly is looking like a very much uphill battle.
It is, and if they lose this pistol round, especially on CT side, there is absolutely nothing I can see stopping ENCE Athena just steamrolling what is left of this half. And they're already onto site as well, clearing out and forcing them back through jungle, and they're chasing up as well. Hungry for these kills.
And the longer they wait, the more they know that these CTs are going to be lurking right around the corner. Everyone's set up, the majority here in CT. Now going to be taking space on the side. Side takes a double kill, and the rest of ENCE find follow-ups as well, leaving it just on the shoulders of D7. USP in hand, but so many angles to check, and no smoke, no util. You just have to do it on your own, and, well, it seems like it's too much of a task to clear, as Guild still left empty-handed.
Absolutely. We were talking during that little bit of a break about how ENCE Athena just surprised us. They've come out all guns a-blazing, and they've been just really clean as well. They've had pacing that's been incredible, like knowing when they want to push, and when they are pushing and getting a little bit aggressive, you know, towards apps, you know, they were always playing off of each other so well. They're hitting their shots, and they're looking incredible. This is not the same team that we saw, you know, last season.
They've come out, they do a good amount of damage. Maybe now the pistols can come into action. D7, alongside a teammate, landed a beautiful shot there with the Deagle, but of course it will send ENCE right packing. Don't want to sit around and wait and just, well, wait out your demise, and instead take space, try to punish your opponent, and so far so good, making things even again. Now making these CTs a bit more scared.
She gets both? The fact that miLo gets both there is absolutely crazy, and it's just left D7 in such a difficult position. Does have a Mach 10 available. There's a low health here on miLo, so could potentially find a kill here, but that frag grenade, lucky to be out of range. Trying to push forward, but so many eyes watching here. So many angles to clear, as you said. Such a difficult one. Gets a bit of a tag. Spots them on the jump up as well. But that timer ticking so low. There's no kit available. And that will unfortunately be map point there to ENCE Athena. A good attempt at a retake, but unable to find the last two.
Yeah, what do you do now? You're so far behind. You have to give it everything you've got. And even if you can, you cannot afford a single mistake here.
Talking of not being able to afford, there isn't many guns available either. Just the likes of these Deagles and the MP9. There's a lot of utility at their disposal. But even on the rounds before that we've seen them have this utility, they've not always been able to find the most effective way to utilize it to shut down ENCE. Jump spot, I think, gonna be heard.
Oh, well.
Ooh, spots, so many.
Oh, I do love me a good apartment setup here. And oh, actually, no, it's not D7 with the Deagle. I mean, she does have one, but it's Nia right here up on the side already to help out a teammate. Now D7 is here as well. They keep the ENCE players at bay, at least for now. The bomb especially being dropped is very useful here for Guild to get away with another round. And D7 not shy to continue to push to get into the action.
Not much to do here. Spam through the smoke is going to give away her location. They will fire a couple of bullets back here. Picks up the AK, but I think might just be planned to save. There's really nothing that you can do. That bomb's such an unfortunate situation and location. And with everyone crowding around it, you know, 4's already a crowd. 5's not quite a party either, so just going to sit back and wait this one out. But Guild get a third round. Maybe this is the start of a comeback. I'm willing to huff a little bit of copium today. It's the first match of the day. And, first match of the day, first match of a series, warm up, isn't it? Next map we see Guild come out swinging. And it takes us all by surprise. And this is a 3-mapper. There we go. That's my prediction.
I mean, if at least Guild can end on somewhat of a high note and there's not being like a complete walkover, then you have something to thrive off of here into the next map. If this is just gonna be quite a flat appearance, then yeah, your mental's gonna be down heavily into map number 2. You kind of don't want that. So at least if you can sneak in a couple rounds and get the faith and the confidence back going, that is what Guild needs.
It's an interesting one because Mirage is a map that Guild have played so much, and against other really big name teams, they had really good showing against Fearless Cheaters. They beat them during the Traded League FE Masters. They beat Spirit Female recently on it. They've actually beat Spirit Female 13-7 twice on this map in the past couple of months alone, past 2 months alone. LT7 having a watch, doing their due diligence, making sure that there's nothing funny business, no funny business going on in mid here. Has a couple of angles here to watch, toying a little bit between mid, going back to check apps as well. Apps are somewhere that ENCE had a particular propensity to sort of attack and exploit a little bit on their CT side. But actually it's an A hit that looks like it's going to be coming on through. Looking to pincer this from both Connector and Ramp. And unfortunately, Connector player either first to fall here. Throws plans a little bit more into turmoil. Caught with utility out, not quite able to be taken down. But look at that. Guild are flooding the kill feed with kills. Emmsan with 2. But it's not but a consolation. Low health on both of these players now. And with Emmsan going down, just Zia has to back away. And Guild looks like they've surprised us with another round here. Keeping us going. But it was a little bit of a messy buy here from ENCE. So we had a couple of Tech 9s, a little bit of utility missing. And so maybe a loss that we take on this one. The money's not in a great place anymore. As you said, Guild, if they can finish, I don't know where you consider like a good finish in terms of a map lost. Whether you're looking for 6, maybe if you're looking for a little bit higher than that as well. But with the economy being in such a state right now, it does afford Guild, potentially 6 here. There will be a buy next round that they have to contend with. But actually, they're starting to put a couple of things on the board.
Yeah, I feel 6 is doable, and at least that makes your scoreline a bit more competitive. You get the confidence going, and, you start to get a bit into the flow again. That is what Guild needs. And, I mean, these last 2 rounds have been looking pretty good. I do hope that they can replicate that. This round shouldn't be too hard, but never say never, especially when there's Deagles into play. Emmsan does find the first kill. Now, that AK that has been transferred over, that one has been noted, and immediately starting to wonder, do we want to keep that AK in towards apartments? Do we want to commit over towards this bomb site?
I think they're looking to commit here. The utility coming up, maybe scaring them a little bit. That flash, all that's going to be sent their way for now. But as they push forward and they fall out of apps, there will be more heading their way. D7 ready and waiting to fight here. Has to be careful. Has the backup of teammates now as well. HE grenade maybe not quite where it's meant to land. And Pollux with one. D7 with another as well. And that's the round. 5th for ENCE, albeit not against a great buy, but it's a round nonetheless. And they keep it clean and they keep players alive. That's the important one.
Dream still alive. Now, ENCE, of course, have all the rivals back on board. Not quite Europe yet, but
I was going to say, it's been a pretty quiet round game for AWPs, just in general.
Yeah,
I feel like we haven't seen it much.
Yeah, even though ENCE had so many rounds won, I do feel especially the, well, sounds a bit silly, but the first half of the first half, but like the
First quarter, yeah.
Yeah, let's say the first quarter. Actually, Guild was able to make it quite costly for ENCE, even though they kept winning in a complete clean streak. And I do also think that maybe, you know, especially with the CS2 landscape, it always depends a bit on each team, how comfortable they still are with AWPing. I do feel like the trend is going a little bit down, still leaning more heavily into rifles. But the scout being brought up into is a positive sign. Sai certainly likes to play with the scope. Same time though, Ada now gets burned alive. Waldee gets tagged up, and maybe still troubles up in paradise here for ENCE being still on that finish line. But it's a 3-on-3 here after all. Still possible to take it over the line.
Is indeed. And that bomb is now retrieved. And look at that, the player from behind. I'm not quite sure who it is, because I think the numbers are a little funky, of course, with coaches slots. But they have that little bit of a mid presence. Actually just going to be backing away here.
Oh, the double from miLo. That is massive. It almost just locks it in right there. Ana has to find 3 in a row. Well, the time is already ticking. Switches to the AK. Spots one. Not quite finishing off Ada. And with that, locks in the scoreline 13-5. ENCE had a massive run in that first half. Had a bit of trouble, you know, economy going down. But sure, you know, we still take it over the line with your opponent only getting 5 rounds.
Absolutely, what a way to start. And on